Hey guys, so here's my warrior, level 31. I got a new sword on him, and I recorded a video on my paladin, but I don't know what happened to that video. And on him, I made the sword, and I got the recipe and all that. It was a little bit of a hassle, but once I figured it out, it wasn't that bad. The recipe is in Booty Bay, and it's near the auction house. Yeah, I'll show you on the map. Booty Bay. Well, I don't know how helpful that is, but it's somewhere around here. Okay, well anyways, let's do a battleground. And also, I got a new shield. In one of the last videos, I bought a shield and I blood forged it, and it went from level 31 to 41. So I was not going to be able to use it, and I was a little disappointed, but not too bad because I needed one for my paladin, and that'll be perfect. And because of that level 31 epic shield, I got interested in the gladiator stance. So I definitely want to give that a try. I'm going to buy the dual spec right now. And I bought this shield, level 35. So maybe I'll wait till level 35 to do it, or maybe I'll do it sooner. I don't know. But I got this flurry axe also. The faster hitting weapons I'm enjoying a whole lot right now. And this is like one of the fastest hitting one-handers that I know of. And it's 1.5 attack speed. You put a sharpening stone on this thing for plus 8 damage, and your damage per second is going to go up like crazy. Plus it has a chance to grant an extra attack on your next swing. So that is super cool. I think I'm going to go with Crusader. Fiery weapon could be super cool. Crusader might be the best way to go because in the gladiator stance we're going to be using revenge. And I think it's going to be hitting very, very hard. So I've got just enough honor to get this right now. Oops, no, I don't want to sell it. I want to use it. Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty easy decision because there's only one PvP set. I already have the helmet, and I'm only level 31. I'm going to get so much honor before I get to level 60. So, yeah. I've got that gear to get. And then I've got a weapon to get. So, alright. We've got 6 sharpening stones. That'll do. Yeah, this was my old weapon. 13 strength, 6 stamina, plus another 3, so 9 stamina. So I lose a little bit of stamina. But my damage does go up just a little bit. So I don't have the sharpening stone on this, so just subtract 6 damage. So, or add 6 onto this, so it would be like this is 211 instead of 212. So it's only one damage, 1 point of damage. But the critical strike rating, we're at 15.44, and here we're at 13.82. So it's a small difference, but I'm glad to just make the weapon anyways and give it a try. It's a little cold this morning. I could have my heater on, but then we're both going to have to listen to the heater, and that's not fun. Let's see what these other people have. This is a pretty good weapon. He's level 36. So I wish I could see what level his weapon actually was, because sometimes I've got weapons in my inventory, like right now, and if my weapon's better, I could just give it to him. But I don't really know if it is better or not. And I don't know, I don't feel like asking him. I don't feel like asking people, hey, can I give you a weapon? You know, every once in a while I'll do that if I know, but I don't know. You ask someone, what level is your weapon? And they may be thinking, like, why do you want to know? Why do you want to know? Oh, one more thing with using the sword. I don't have it yet, but the sword specialization, which that gives me more significant reason to use a dazzling long sword for my one-hander over an axe. Let's go after him. What is going on here? I think I was just stunned. I don't know. I'm not too surprised. I mean, it's obvious, of course, I was not going to win that battle. But I don't know, just slow them down a little bit. You never know what teammates come behind you to. Just try to slow them down and help them get less points. So let's go after the priest. If we can get on the priest. Tough guys. Tough to deal the damage. We did some damage, but was there 2 priests there? I might have to do a fire in the wood stove to warm the house up. It got kind of cold last night. It got down to like 35. Pretty kitty. This is a person that I've fought before. Wow, that is probably my biggest crit on this guy. Okay. So I had wondered before why the radius of this bomb was so big. It's got a 5-yard radius. It seems like the radius is big, but the range, not so much. Wow. This is a bit crazy here. There's a lot of people. I'm losing my bearing. Spread the rend. Yeah, there's so much going on. That's one of the downsides to playing with the nameplates on, is those eyes, whatever thing, come up, and it's so hard to see what's going on. All the shaman totems. You kind of need to see how much health people have, because then you'll know who to attack. Man, what is going on here? Okay. Let's try to be smart here a little bit. Okay, we don't need priests off in the background putting dots on people. We've got no rage. Wow, I don't know what's going on with my rage. I kinda could use this in a different spot. Control 2 for something that I use all the time. I don't know. This one I don't use all the time. Maybe I'll do a swap and try it for a little bit. Oh, I'm in Berserker stance. That's why I can't charge and why I don't have rage. There we go. Okay. This is a bit tough, guys. Spread the rend. Yeah, it's that Berserker stance was throwing me off. You know, it'd be cool if tab would tab to the person that you're facing with your character. Something like that. If there was some way to be a little more specific, rather than just tabbing through, you know, the number of all the different targets there. That stuff is not going well over there. Let's see what we can do somewhere else. So we're on the Alliance. We're actually winning. You know, because we're actually winning, I don't care if this is prolonged, if this goes on. Lose the battle, win the war, you know. Now, things are a bit better here. We got the fear off, but I had to cycle through what I was looking at for a second because I forgot that I moved it. I do have these explosive sheep, and you know, one thing interesting with the explosive sheep is, for some reason, when you use that, it lets you use Victory Rush right after. It acts as though you killed something, so you get to use Victory Rush. That's pretty cool. Okay, we got the hunter. He must be a melee hunter. And he also might not realize... No, he saw it. He had... aspect of the Viper on. Spread the rend. You know, I'm at the top of the DPS a lot of times because of my rend. Being able to spread a rend to 5 other people all the time, that gets my damage up there pretty high. Just because of its AoE. It's an AoE dot, so it's quite a bit. We're actually Horde. I don't know why I thought we were Alliance. I'm playing a human, but we are Horde. In Ascension, they do cross-faction battlegrounds. So, because of that, we have battlegrounds all the time. This Earthbind. Let's take this thing out. Let's fear this. Come on. You know what it is also? I think I have to stand still to cast this one. I'm going to waste one and do a little test. If that's the case, I think I need to get rid of these because that doesn't work for catching people. Sometimes it does work, but it's tough. Let's do this. These swords were pretty fun when I was using them. When I was using the swords, I didn't have as many melee abilities, so it was a lot of auto attacks. So it kind of made sense to have 2 one-handers, even though I have arms, because the overall damage per second went up by a lot. I'm just waiting for a good way to get in. And, you know, is it a good thing to get in? I hope so. Man, the fears. You know, I could use some more health. My gear's already really good though. All of it's really good still. I could use not having 6 people target me and get feared in the middle of it. I need to pick some better fights. That is not a good fight. 3 people, 2 druids, I think. This is a good fight. Yeah, the melee hunter is not going to win against the warrior right now. Okay, the druid may not win against me either, especially if I use retaliation. Even though I do not have full health, it's just stronger abilities. You got me. He got me still. I was wrong. I think I could still 1v1 him though. I didn't do perfect. It was not very clean. Man, they are 5 capping us, 4 capping us. We're not going to get a victory here. And I don't know what this dude is doing, running around looking like a sheep. I don't know what's going on there. It makes it look like he's polymorphed. Okay, so damage about the midway, 40,000, 14, pretty big difference. Down here is still half of the top person, and look, it's a couple of priests, probably shadow priests. Healing blows, warlock, deaths. I got the most deaths. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let's call this video done. I may do a few off camera and see about getting to level 32. What do I get at level 32 again? The daggers and my new two-hander. I think I will give this thing a try. It hits really hard. Bit slow. The thing is, I'm still hitting really hard with this fast-hitting weapon. So, I don't know. Here's a cool weapon. Edge of Winter. Fiery weapon. I got this made on my paladin. When this recipe came out, I made a bunch of them. And I had 3 different enchants. I was going to use them all on my paladin, alternating through. I had Crusader on one. Icy weapon, if I needed to catch someone. I just wanted options and I wanted to try things out, and it really wasn't that great. So the fiery weapon one I did not equip, so I just put it in my bank somewhere, and looks like I'll be giving it a try on my warrior here. So thanks for watching guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.